Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all the viewers. And today we are going to start the very first chapter of your class 9 NCERT curriculum, that is the story of village Palampur. It is written over here. So we are going to start with the very first topic. Now, what is the main purpose of this story? Actually, it is an hypothetical village which has been taken into account, and the name of the village is Palampur. It has been assumed, and through this village we are going to learn about the new things regarding farming. So if we talk about the this chapter, we will learn the basic concept related to production in this chapter. What are the basic concepts of production? Now if we talk about the village Palanpur, in this village farming is the main activity. Farming is the main activity, the people, those who are living in the Palanpur. Not only farming, but if I talk about this village, apart from farming, there are other various several activities with the village of people, there are several activities where the people are engaged in Palanpur. Okay, there are small scale industries, they are doing the work on a small scale industries, and they are doing other many work. Now, if we talk about this village, the Palampur is a village and it is having a well-connected system of transport. Palampur is a village. Nearby Palampur, there is one another village, that is one other area that is known as Raiganj. It is 3 kilometers away from the Palampur, and which is famous for transportation and other work. So if I talk about Palampur, it has a well-connected transport system. The transport system, like bogies are there, tangas are there, bullock carts are there, even tractors, jeeps are also there. So it has a very well connected system of transport. Now if we talk about the families of the village Palampur, there are nearly how many families in village Palampur? There are total 450 families living in Palampur, out of which 80 families belongs to upper caste. And this number of families, those who are belonging to upper caste, are having houses made up of bricks, and they are living in a well organized way. And apart from the 80 families, there are other families. Nearly one-third family members, or one-third population in village Palampur belongs to Dalits, scheduled caste, and they lives in a houses of mud and straws. If we talk about the irrigation related to, or cultivation related to farm Palampur, there is a proper electricity system. A proper electricity system is there in the village Palampur, and there is we can say two primary schools are there. Two primary schools are there. One high school is there, and one private dispensary is also there. So this was just an introduction about the village Palampur. The introduction was this, that this is a particular. So through this gist, or through this introduction, we have come to know that village Palampur is a well developed village. It has a proper farming system. It has families with upper caste and lower caste. It has a primary school. It has a high school. It has a dispensary. It has a healthcare center. It has a proper electricity system. So through all this, we can say that the Palampur is a well-developed village. And like this, you can compare and you can see other villages nearby your areas. This was an introduction of this village Palampur. Now, as we know that this is an imaginary story, village Palampur, and people in the Palampur not only involved in the farming activities, but they also are involved in the other production activities, and they are doing other small scale works, like they are working in the manufacturing industry, working in a transport sector, shopkeeping, etc. That is also a work that the people in Palampur are doing. Now the very important topic which we are going to start in this chapter is the organization of production. Now, what is the meaning of organization of production? Here it means that the aim of every production is to produce goods and services. So, to produce goods and services, what is a requirement? So, there are actually 4 requirements for the production of goods and services. First is land, the other is labor, the other is physical capital, and the last one is human capital. Physical capital is further divided into working capital and fixed capital. Okay. Now in your question, in your exams, the question can be basically asked that what are the four factors or what are the factors of the production required. So the answer of that question is there are four factors of production: land, labor, physical and human capital. Now what is a land? In land it comprises of water, forest, minerals. All this is a part of land. When we talk about labor, of course labor is a human being who perform the work for the production. A labor can be of two kinds. One labor can be very sophisticated, handling a very sophisticated machine. The other are working on a small scale, or the skilled labor. So those who are doing the work manually. So we are in need of both kind of labor, either the very sophisticated one or a worker with a doing manual work. So labor is the second requirement for the factor of production. The third factor is your physical capital, which involves working and fixed capital. Now what is working capital? For doing any production, we need at least some raw materials to convert into finished goods. For day-to-day operation of business, we need certain money to invest every and now and then. So those all small expenses comes under the working capital, and the fixed capital is the capital which is once invested. Like the farmer has purchased generator, thresher, tractor, tube wells, sorry, not tube wells, the turbines or the wheels. These all some of the investment being made once, and then it will going to give them benefit for 5-10 years or for a longer period of time. So that is the fixed capital. So for production we need working as well as fixed capital both. And then finally there is a human capital. Without human capital this all cannot work. So the last and the foremost capital, if the production has been made, it has to be carried or it has to be sold. That will be done with the help of human. So for organization of production, there is a question, what are the factors of production? Four factors are there. We have learned from this topic: land, labor, physical capital and human capital. So this was about the factors of production in the village Palampur. So through this we have come to know that after combining these four factors, the production can be done very well, and this is known as factors of production.